Marie-Julie Jahenny may not be a household name for many, but her astonishing predictions have begun to capture attention worldwide. Known for her prophetic visions, stigmata, and mystical encounters, Marie-Julie Jahenny made a number of predictions that are starting to resonate, especially in light of recent global events. Her foretellings are so precise that they've left many in awe, particularly as we approach the pivotal year of 2024. Stay with us as we unravel some of her most shocking prophecies, especially those concerning the events that might unfold in 2024 and how they could impact the world. But before we dive into the heart of these incredible revelations, be sure to subscribe so we can continue to share these important messages and spread spiritual awareness across the globe. Now, let's explore Marie-Julie Jahenny's extraordinary life and the prophecies that are making waves today. Who was Marie-Julie Jahenny? Marie-Julie Jahenny was born in Coyault, France, in 1850, and her life was one of deep spirituality and devotion to God. She is often referred to as a victim soul, a person chosen to suffer for the conversion of others and to bear the burdens of humanity's sins. From the young age of 23, Marie-Julie began experiencing the stigmata, the wounds of Christ, and endured great physical and spiritual suffering throughout her life. Her experiences were not just confined to physical afflictions. She also received numerous visions of the Virgin Mary and Jesus Christ, during which she was given prophetic messages concerning the future of France and the world. Despite the profound nature of her spiritual experiences, Marie-Julie has not been officially canonized as a saint by the Catholic Church. However, her followers and those familiar with her life believe she was a mystic of great significance. Her predictions about world events, including wars, famines, and the rise of immoral behavior, have been eerily accurate, and many believe her prophecies about the coming years hold important warnings for us today. Predictions that came true, world wars, and more. One of the most striking aspects of Marie-Julie Jahenny's life is how many of her predictions have come to pass. She foretold the horrors of World War I and World War II long before they occurred, with remarkable accuracy. But her prophecies did not stop there. She also predicted significant societal changes, including the decline of moral values and the rise of ideologies that would harm humanity. Marie-Julie spoke of a time when mothers would turn against their children, and sadly, we can see this reflected in modern-day practices like abortion, which has become a widespread and controversial issue. While many argue that abortion is a matter of personal choice and women's rights, Marie-Julie viewed it as a grave sin, one that would contribute to the moral decay of society. In her view, ending an innocent life is a violation of divine law, and it is one of the many reasons she believed humanity would face divine punishment. Her predictions did not stop there. She foresaw a deadly plague that would spread across the globe, killing millions. Given the recent COVID-19 pandemic, many are beginning to take her words more seriously. It is hard to ignore the striking similarity between her vision of a global disease and what we've experienced over the past few years. These events are prompting more and more people to reflect on her prophecies and what they might mean for the future. But before we dive further into her stunning revelations, I have something exciting to share with you. If you want to attract huge money effortlessly starting today, be sure to check the link in the comments below. There you'll discover the shocking wealth secrets revealed by a rogue NASA scientist, secrets that can transform your financial life in ways you won't believe. Now let's get back to exploring these fascinating prophecies. The threat to France, a nation under judgment. Marie-Julie's predictions often focused on France, a country she believed would be at the center of many catastrophic events. As a devout Catholic, she viewed France as a nation with deep spiritual roots, but she also saw it as a country on the brink of divine retribution due to its moral decline. According to her visions, France would be the first to face God's judgment. This judgment would manifest in civil unrest, widespread destruction, and ultimately, the downfall of Paris. Recent events, particularly in 2024, seem to align with some of Marie-Julie's warnings. For instance, her prophecies about Paris and its potential destruction seem especially relevant as France continues to face growing societal tension. The rise of secularism and the diminishing influence of Catholicism in France have led to a sense of moral confusion, and some believe that the country is now facing the consequences of its departure from religious principles. One particular event that Marie-Julie foresaw was the disruption of the 2024 Paris Olympics. While specific details of her vision remain unclear, her followers believe that something significant will happen during this global event, which will reflect the moral and spiritual decay she warned about. The disturbing mockery of religious symbols by certain groups has already begun to manifest, as seen during public performances and events where Christian values are openly challenged or ridiculed. The 3 Days of Darkness, a terrifying vision. One of Marie-Julie Jahenny's most well-known and terrifying prophecies is the 3 Days of Darkness. According to her visions, there will come a time when the sun will not shine for 3 consecutive days and nights. During this period, the earth will be plunged into darkness, and evil spirits will roam freely. Those who are unprotected by strong faith will be vulnerable to these spirits and may face severe consequences. Marie-Julie was clear in her instructions for surviving this dark event. She warned that people must remain indoors, closing all windows and doors, and refraining from looking outside, no matter what sounds or sights they might hear. Only blessed candles would provide light during this time, and any other source of light would fail. The faithful are urged to pray constantly and stay close to these holy candles, as divine protection is the only safeguard against the evil that will stalk the earth. The 3 Days of Darkness is a prophecy that has echoed through the centuries, often associated with end times events. Marie-Julie was not the only mystic to foresee such a cataclysm, but her detailed descriptions have made her prophecy stand out. Many believe that this event will mark the beginning of a new era, where evil is vanquished and a period of peace and harmony is established on earth. How should we prepare? As we reflect on the state of the world today, it's hard not to wonder whether Marie-Julie's predictions are beginning to unfold before our eyes. From global pandemics and wars to the rise of secular ideologies and moral confusion, the signs she spoke of seem to be all around us. But what can we do to prepare for the potential fulfillment of her prophecies, especially the impending trials she predicted for 2024? The answer lies in spiritual preparation. According to Marie-Julie, the most important thing we can do is strengthen our faith in God. We must return to a life of prayer, repentance, and devotion. By doing so, we align ourselves with divine protection and become less vulnerable to the chaos that she warned would come. It's also crucial to remain vigilant, paying attention to the signs around us and not dismissing them as mere coincidence. In particular, we should heed her advice about the 3 Days of Darkness. Although it may seem like a distant or mythical event, Marie-Julie was clear that it could happen within our lifetime. Stocking up on blessed candles, consecrating our homes, and fostering a strong, unwavering faith are essential steps to take. The life and prophecies of Marie-Julie Jahenny are not just relics of the past, but a profound call to action for all of us living in these uncertain times. Her predictions, many of which have already manifested in startling ways, are a stark reminder that we cannot ignore the spiritual realities of our world. Whether it's the gradual decline of morality, the rise of pandemics and widespread diseases, or the political unrest engulfing nations like France, we are living in a period that demands our attention. The world, as we know it, is on the brink of major shifts, and we are being urged to stay vigilant and faithful in the face of these challenges. As we draw closer to 2024, it becomes increasingly clear that Marie-Julie's warnings are more relevant than ever. The global landscape is marked by instability, and her visions provide insight into what could be the spiritual and moral consequences of humanity's choices. Yet, while she foresaw great trials for mankind, she also offered hope, a way through the darkness. She emphasized that the path to survival, both physical and spiritual, lies in a return to faith, repentance, and unwavering devotion to God. In many ways, Marie Julie's message is a mirror for us to look into our own lives and our world, urging us to reflect on the state of our hearts, our societies, and our spiritual lives. Are we living in accordance with divine principles? Are we seeking out the truth and remaining loyal to our spiritual convictions, even in a world that seems to be pulling away from those values? Now is the time to examine ourselves and our relationship with God. For it is only by aligning ourselves with divine grace that we can hope to withstand the trials ahead. We must heed these warnings as more than just distant prophecies. They are a call for immediate and meaningful action. As Marie Julie Jahenny predicted, the year 2024 could bring unprecedented difficulties, but it is also an opportunity for spiritual renewal. Through prayer, repentance, and a return to traditional values, we can protect ourselves from the dark forces she warned about and prepare our souls for what lies ahead. Her prophecies are a reminder that in times of great turmoil, the only true source of strength and salvation comes from our faith. By placing our trust in God and striving to live according to His will, we can not only weather the coming storms, but also help usher in the new era of peace and harmony that Marie Julie foresaw, a world cleansed of evil and filled with divine light. As we wrap up this discussion on the prophecies of Marie Julie Jahenny, it's important to remember that her visions were not intended to instill fear, but rather to inspire action. They serve as a wake-up call, reminding us of the power of faith and the consequences of ignoring spiritual truths. While the predictions for 2024 may seem daunting, they are also an invitation for each of us to take stock of our lives, to turn back to God, and to seek His protection and guidance during these trying times. We stand at a critical juncture where the choices we make today can influence the future. Will we continue down the path of moral decline and spiritual complacency, or will we rise to the challenge and strengthen our faith, preparing ourselves for the trials that may come? The answers lie within each of us, in our ability to remain vigilant and steadfast in our commitment to the divine. If you've made it this far, you've already taken the first step by educating yourself on Marie Julie's message. But don't stop here. Share her story with others, spread the wisdom of her warnings, and encourage those around you to embrace faith and devotion. Together, we can navigate the difficult times ahead with the strength and grace that come from trusting in God. Thank you for watching and for joining us on this spiritual journey. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos where we explore more prophecies, spiritual insights, and revelations that can help guide us through these uncertain times. Stay blessed, stay faithful, and remember, we are never alone when we walk the path of truth and light. May God bless and protect you all.